Battlebox has been around for over 10 years now, and they've continued to ship survival gear. So we're going to crack open a couple subscription boxes and see what they're shipping and what value they still provide. All right, here we got missions 114 and 117. I think these are a pretty good representation of what Battlebox is shipping these days. And we're going to crack both of them open so you can see the differences in value and what they have. So right here we have mission 114. They all come with a brief inside, a little pamphlet that shows you everything that's included in the box and what maybe you missed out on if you didn't get the advanced box or the pro box. First off, in this basic box, we have these bottle blaster target caps. And you pop these open and here we go. There, you screw these on top of a bottle, like a water bottle, and you pump it full of air to overpressurize it. You pump it full to 60 psi, and then you start plinking at it, whatever you want to use. You can use air guns, crossbows, regular bows. I've even popped one with a slingshot before. So these things are a lot of fun. They're loud. They make a little explosion once you hit it, once it's overpressurized. And they're a good way to recycle some bottles. All right, next up in this, we have the Griffin Pocket Tool, the stainless steel mini. So this thing's kind of like a Gerber shard. I've had a Gerber shard for years. It's a little heftier, a little thicker, a little harder to get out of the box. And it's a pry bar EDC tool. So you can put it on your keychain. It has a bottle opener, pocket clip, flathead screwdriver, pry tool, hex wrenches, lots of different stuff. Mostly you're going to use the pry bar for opening boxes, things like that. It's hefty. You're not going to be able to break it. And it's, it's useful. So this is out of this fun kit, this is probably the most practical piece of equipment in here. Everything about this box, the reason I selected it to open it up and show you guys is that it's pretty fun. So this little beefy EDC tool is on the more practical side. It's still fun to carry around and pop open, save your knives. If you have a nice folding knife or fixed blade, don't dull it on a box, use this. Now we have the Triumph stick and shoot targets. These are bleeders. So you just stick them to whatever target you're using. If you use a slingshot, me and my son had a lot of fun with this. You can pop them open and they start bleeding some blue goo. Now we have the County Com grappling hook by Meritac. And this is the pocket size. This thing is pretty hefty and the spikes are pretty sharp. So if you're throwing this overhead, you definitely want to be careful and make sure that this thing doesn't land on you or near you. It's good for pulling down deadfall, good for hanging up bear bags. You can find all sorts of fun uses for it. Just like I said, just make sure you're not having it land on somebody or on yourself. And it's pretty heavy duty. It's made out of aluminum and the spikes are stainless steel. So you throw some paracord on this and you can punch into things or you can throw it up over a limb. You can use it without the spikes and it's still a pretty good, like a throw bag sort of. You can just throw a line up. It's not super practical, but it's a lot of fun. Missed out on the bare bones skillet because I have the basic box. Missed out on the PD 101, which is great. It used 3M filters and a Ruck and River Savannah knife. So as you step up, you could have gotten this other gear. But it's a ton of value here in the basic box, more than double the value. You can go check out their show. You can download the app. There's lots of different things that Battlebox has going on. And this one is a great value, a lot of fun. And so we'll head over to the next box, which is the 117, which I think is kind of shows the opposite side. This one doesn't have a lot of value and it has a lot of practical stuff included. So open the book, 117. We immediately see that we're getting some food, some bandages. None of this stuff is going to be as fun as the box that we just went through. And it's only 3 missions later. Super Skin, 30 pack. It's Band-Aids on steroids. These things are more flexible, more durable, than your typical Band-Aids. And they're from MyMedic, which is a pretty good company that supplies survival first aid kits. Peak Refuel, it tastes delicious. Doesn't have the shelf life of Mountain House, but if you're eating what you store and storing what you eat, you should be rotating these through anyways. So I don't see that as a big issue. And these things are delicious. Their dessert lineup, I mean, every one of them is a good hit. The whistle from Rescue Me, this thing is not the best whistle, but it's a tritone. It has a little keychain clip. There are louder versions out there, but hey, I mean, this thing's practical. And 100 aqua tabs. This is about as least sexy as you can get when it comes to survival gear, but water's, I mean, immensely important. 100 aqua tabs. I mean, these things hardly weigh anything, and this is 100 liters of water right here, drinkable water. So, as you can see, this box didn't stack up to a ton of value, but everything in here is insanely useful. I mean, it's all stuff that you need for your survival kits. So this is the kind of the opposite side of the coin as far as what Battlebox ships. So it's still good bang for your buck. You could have gotten the pack net if you got the advanced box, which is super useful. I mean, expand the size of your bags. The Pro box is doing a dark energy power bank, and then the dead fish. Not super practical knives, but they're pretty, depending on what aesthetic you like. And then the rest, I mean, it's still highlighting their show, their app. So Battlebox is still doing big things 10 years later. And I think these two missions really show what Battlebox can do. I mean, there's a lot of versatility in what they ship out, whether it's very practical stuff or things that surprise you and like kind of push your boundaries and are just plain fun. So even though they run the, that one that I showed you is one of their tightest values that they have, it was slightly over the cost of the Battlebox itself. And then that other one was over twice the value. So it's, they surprise you with what they ship. And I think that's important with subscription boxes. That's kind of what the point of them is. We're not going to a store and buying a set list. You can do that with a checklist. And I think Battlebox curates their gear really well, which is why they're the subscription survival box to beat.